How's it going today? I'm Coach Mo here with Mo Bros. Today I want to talk to you about stay back. I'm sure all of y'all have heard stay back before, whether it's from your coach, parents, grandparents, some random fan. Um, why do we use stay back? Well, it normally means that we're out front on a breaking pitch, or we're just early on a fastball or something, and we're needing something, some mental cue to keep ourselves back or from loading too early. All right. So, what is stay back though? It is a feel from an older generation of hitters that had big sweeping leg kicks, and they were trying to get everything on their front side right away. All right. So, like hitters that you might actually use the term with stay back from is like Hank Aaron's generation, or maybe a few generations later than that, but it's from hitters who were trying to land on their front side and keep their hips square and throw the barrel at the ball. All right, so we've kind of faded away from that in the swing, like setup and landing, and how we land in our load. All right, so how do we misinterpret stay back? A lot of guys think that stay back is a lower half thing because they've heard it and they think that when you need to stay back, you need to stay back with your legs. That is the wrong way of thinking of stay back. It means that you should stay tall and keep your upper body back from like going out and getting a pitch. All right, you should actually just let your swing do the work whenever you come to that point. All right. Um, why is that a bad feel to keep the weight in your back leg? And I am guilty of this as well. I've done it before, and I used to think that stay back was a lower body term. What happens is whenever you try to stay back with your lower half, you actually end up leaving power in the backside of your swing. All right. So that's where you get the guys that lean back too far or let fall back on their back leg a little bit too much as they're swinging because they aren't ever putting that weight back over into the front side where you need to be, and you need to use your upper body to compress. All right. So after learning this, how do I use stay back? What are some other ways you can think about staying back the right way? I think about staying tall longer or having a slower load or leg kick whenever the pitcher's delivering. All right. Another way you can do it is you can just load later. Okay, if you're early or out front or wherever you want to use terminology wise for being too far out front or being too early on a ball. All right. So another way, as I think some guys talk about keeping their hands high for longer. Whatever works for you, you kind of have to play with it and figure out what it really does for you. But I would very much advise you to stay away from thinking as a lower body thing where you need to keep everything in your backside because that can create really bad habits and get you to have these weak little flares and stuff, and then you end up getting blown up by fastballs and you don't understand why. All right, stay back is a term that you need to use on your upper body, and you need to stay loose and wait for your pitch a little bit longer. It's something that you can use whenever you have a guy that's soft tossing, under the hitting speed is what I like to call it, which for like high school level, like the hitting speed is like 77 to 80 at a varsity level, right? So anyone who's thrown like 75 and below, I would say, is a good time to use your stay back strategy of what you need to think. Okay. Um, Now, one thing I will say is don't let your pre-feel or what you need to think to stay back on the ball mix and mess up what you feel for a swing. All right, because we don't want to get more than one thought working while we're in a box. All right, it is just I'm going to stay tall and then I'm going to execute my swing. All right, whatever swing feel that is, whether it's swing up, swing down, throw my barrel at the ball, whatever it feels like to you to swing properly and you get your real feel going, think of what you need to do first and then just execute your swing. All right. So we can turn it all into one thought, not just jamming ourselves up and mentally messing ourselves up in the box. That's my advice for you on staying back. Thank you for listening. I hope you get Mo at Mo Bros.